Yeah. So this is the crux of your book, Eloise. So which I think we can maybe discuss this bit in detail. So you talk about the need for an ecosystem, basically need for a complete rethink. So this is just a screenshot from your book. I'm not sure if all of it is visible, but anyway, so basically the idea here is to break it down like a 2 minute, like a 30-second elevator pitch for our audience. So we have a phone. So, this is a phone. So basically you're saying there has to be an equivalent of an operating system like an Android or an iOS, which can act as the backbone on which apps can be built and can be used seamlessly by the stakeholder, by the business. And procurement would just need to figure out, what kind of apps to be installed. In fact, there's one diagram. I think this is the one. Maybe it's another diagram where it's like you had mentioned so many solutions out there, and you're saying actually, what, a company may not need anything more any more than 5 or 6 of it. So 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 this so ecosystem, you're saying that should where we should move forward to. So why don't you explain this ecosystem concept, and more importantly, how far we are, in realizing this dream.
So what I've done, and you're referring to the spider chart, where I've taken the
Yeah, spider
procurement
chart.
value chain, source to pay, and I blew it out, not up,
Yeah.
but blew it out. And I've come up with all this complexity to map all the innovation that's happening. Because what we've learned is that we need precise capabilities for supplier vetting, for diverse supplier reporting, like all these different capabilities. I gave you the ones about payment and contracting earlier, requisitioning. So we have all these capabilities. If, as we just talked about, one tool is not going to give me source to pay. Can't do that. So we need to be able to have a platform that connects all of these capabilities.
Hmm.
As 98% of our users don't even need to know or care about that. And back to our discussion about what Amazon experience. I don't care what's happening in the background. I just want this very simple user interface, and I want to be
Hmm.
able to, sourcing, do plunk the sourcing button. And so this image represents how I know we will have succeeded when we can
Hmm.
have infinite complexity in the background,
Hmm.
and it's distilled down into a very pleasurable user experience that is easy to use. And that's what you're seeing here. And by the way, this is not just a mobile interface into yesterday's technology. This is truly, I can add, if I need to add a different type of risk monitoring, I can just go to the equivalent of the App Store, plunk it, and do that. And it adds to it, and I have this very custom user interface. And more importantly, I have that chat or that voice interface to help me guide me through what I need to do, to tell me things I need to, or to allow me to ask questions of perhaps the data. And in the example, I have a requisition example in the book of a chatbot interaction. And you had sort of brought this up earlier with the laptop
Yeah.
requisition, is I don't care who we've contracted with. I want a laptop, and I want to know what the approved laptop models are. So why can I not go to Teams or Slack and say, what are our approved laptop models? Like, that should
Hmm.
be the lowest possible bar. Why are you not telling me that? Why can you not provide that? Why are you making me search for that information? And by the
Hmm.
way, if I select, one of those laptops, why are you not making recommendations for privacy screen, for an extra adapter, for a laptop bag, all of these things that I would naturally want, but I may not think about in that moment? And that's what I talk about intelligence. And so you take all this complexity of the capabilities and this intelligence, it meets in this image right here in the screen.